I'll tell you another story. I had 3 college roommates. We all lived in a big house. And I actually had 4, but 3 of them were in the military in Vietnam era. 2 Marine officers, 1 Army officer. They had 4 sons in the military in the Iraq, Afghanistan area. Those 4 sons had done 9 tours in the theater. And I have my daughter, one of her 2 best male friends growing up, won the Bronze Star for Valor in Iraq, and joked that he was the only liberal, democratic, Jewish captain in the Marine Corps. I have lived in a country where, when I got elected president, I had the lowest net worth of any president in the 20th century since they had been measuring, and when I got out, I made a lot of money. And then all of a sudden, I became the most important person in America to my president, who didn't have to care about me a lick anymore. I didn't need his help, but he wouldn't let me support all those kids that I had known since they were infants. And I disapproved of our policy in Iraq, and I supported our efforts in Afghanistan, but that was beside the point. If they were in the battlefield, shouldn't those of us who were the most unfortunate Americans have been given the chance to support them? I was robbed of that chance, and instead had 5 solid tax cuts successively year after year shoved at me. I was deprived. Instead, I lived in a country where the government went to China and borrowed the money to give me a tax cut and support those people in uniform in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, if you think that is good policy, you should vote for her opponents. But if you don't, we got a better deal for you. See now we're about to follow a rerun of all these previous elections since 9/11. We're being told, okay, Iraq's a mess, we made it, but you can't set a date to end our military involvement, or the mess we made will get worse. So you have to leave us in because of the mess we made. Isn't that about their argument? Really, I can see. The point Niki made about the military carry is very important. They started sending all these guardsmen and reservists over there, coming home, and they didn't want, the administration who sent them there did not want them to have the health care that anybody else who served in the battlefield did. And it was so bad, we even had some Republicans team with the Democrats to reverse the policy. And Hillary, Senator Graham sponsored a big portion of that. But I thought, what kind of country is this? We hold these people out of their daily lives and tell them, well, you signed up for the Guard and Reserve, go over there, risk your life, and if you get wounded, tough luck, you weren't regular Army, or Navy, or Marine Corps, or Air Force, or Coast Guard. So when you come home, I'm going to take care of you, boy, we take care of them. It was the most bizarre thing. I thought I was lost in a farmhouse. And now, go figure, now what are we doing? Biggest issue, and as Jimmy mentioned, what's the biggest issue now in Washington? We finally got a bipartisan majority to expand a program that I created as a part of the Balanced Budget Act, the State Children's Health Insurance Program, the biggest expansion of health care for children since President Lyndon Johnson signed the Medicaid bill. And 6 million children being insured, and the Congress has gotten their act together, and they have voted by overwhelming margins in both houses to insure 10 million children, to move us toward having no child without health insurance. And it's very important to states like Massachusetts and poor states like Mississippi or Arkansas or Alabama, because it provides a match for the states to cover these kids. And the president thinks it's just the worst idea he ever heard. Their idea we would raise federal money on insuring 4 million kids when we could be given a millionaire like Bill Clinton another tax cut. I mean, what is going on here? Obviously, Congress has lost its mind, but they think some poor kid would be better off getting health care than me getting more tax cuts. Now, we can laugh, but it's true. You can tell I don't feel very strongly about this. This is a big deal. And Niki's opponent has said that he would vote to uphold the president's veto, which means that a genuine effort in Congress to try to create a vital center around one of the most important issues of our time, the fact that an unconscionable number of our kids don't have health care, threatens to be derailed because there are too many Republicans in the House of Representatives to override the veto. There are enough Republicans in the Senate who agree with the Democrats that we will override the veto there. Even though we only have 51 Democrats in the Senate, we can override the president's veto in the Senate.